Serious. Why do women decide to have their lips swollen looking, and why is this popular? A lot of the time women will get their first filler and it looks really nice. No one would notice they even had it, their lips just look a little fuller. But then they get used to it and they want a little more. Then a little more. And so on until she end up looking like she got stung by a bee. I've always wondered if women with obvious lip fillers are aware that it looks fake and emo ugly, and love that look, or if they genuinely think their lips look naturally full. I guess it depends on the individual. To actually answer your question, there's always something trending when it comes to female bodies. E.g. in the 2000s it was trendy to be super skinny and to have thin eyebrows, and a few years ago it became trendy to have an exaggerated hourglass shape and have full eyebrows. At one point it became more and more popular to have big lips. The Kardashians have definitely played a big part in this. I also think that social media and filters have had a lot of influence. When lots of influencers started using filters that made their lips bigger, consumers would start to feel the need to have big lips too. Current age social media has also popularized and normalized plastic surgery and procedures. Getting lip fillers is not frowned upon anymore and pretty common. So it's easy for women to fix an insecurity they have. Another factor could be that people get used to their own face. So if someone decided to get a small amount of filler, they get to a point when they're used to their new lip size, and they want more. Plastic surgery tends to be addictive in general. In an effort to conform to a totally false and ridiculous beauty standard, unfortunately the result often looks laughably like a prolapsed anus. Large lips have been the beauty standard for years now. Think Angelina Jolie, etc. Problem with fillers and human nature in general, I guess, is it's hard to point out your own flaws. Sometimes, or to see mistakes. Filler can be addictive, and with body dysmorphia rampant in today's society, it's very easy for people to overdo it without noticing. I've seen a lot of people getting theirs dissolved recently though. I think it's hit a point, or it eventually does, where people see it's too much. Trends change. Or of course there's people who just like that look. I cannot be the only one who looks at these and wonders, does this lady know it looks like she has a big anus, vulva on her face? Depending on the filler. Or is that her actual goal? Quote, I don't really know, but I just wanted to chime in and say that I personally really dislike the puffy lips look. It's classic desensitization. Ever see someone wearing way too much mascara that it looks like a spider on their eyes? They started off wearing a normal amount, but the more you become used to seeing it on yourself, the more it becomes normal and you become desensitized. So you need more and more mascara until you don't even realize you look ridiculous. Same with fillers. Same with those insane 4D Russian volume eyelash extensions. Back in the 2000s, some stars that had big lips, like Angelina Jolie, were deemed extremely sexy. After a while fillers became available, and extremely misused. It's like most plastic surgery. If you don't overdo it, nobody will notice you had surgery and you will look great. But if wasteful money spending, drinks, drugs and other stuff have taught us something, is that most people suck at moderation. So now we have many women getting ridiculously big lips, asses and boobs. At the end they look horrible. For the same reason they pluck their eyebrows and paint them back on. Eye, mouth, eye. I just wonder that once the trend reverses towards something else, how these deflated, overstretched lips are going to look. Like the chicks in the 90s who plucked the bejesus out of their eyebrows. Yikes. A little is good. But dear Lord, I wish people would attempt to age gracefully. They like the way it looks. Emo, if it is that extreme, then it is most likely some sort of body dysmorphic disorder. Kardashians. Female intersexual competition. Does it even matter whether a majority of men find it attractive or not? No. What matters is that these women perceive it as attractive. So they have to outdo each other. Why women compete with each other? They look ridiculous, I just don't get it. It's women judging other women that lead to insecurities from what I've seen. I don't think most really find the big fake lips appealing. It's not popular. Bitches be trippin' on their lips. Blame magazines and social media for ruining women's self-esteem. I keep seeing this on Tinder. I didn't know this was a trend. I assumed they'd all been stung by a bee.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.